Okay, so Todd, tell me what happened. You left your cushy job and you decided to start your own thing.
Yeah,
What was the catalyst
I
for that?
did. Well, it's kind of hard to explain to a large degree. I felt like I'd gotten very comfortable right where I was. I mean, I've been at Kings Isle for about 8 years. We shipped Wizard and Pirate, and overall the company was incredibly successful, right? So I have no
Yeah,
complaints at all about how it went.
great.
The team was phenomenal, but at the end of the day, it wasn't my company. And I just started feeling like I had other stories that I wanted to tell. Like I had other things that I wanted to do that weren't really appropriate to do under the Kings Isle banner. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes. And so what was your original inspiration for Crowfall?
So Crowfall came from a couple of things actually. So my first game, my first large scale, well actually my first game ever, but specifically my first MMO was a game called Shadowbane that me and some old friends of mine from like college and high school had an idea of doing a game that was all about territorial conquest in a medieval time. It was actually inspired more like by Braveheart, which is totally going to
Uh-huh.
date me for when this game was made. But we liked the idea of players being able to just go out and conquer territory and build castles, and then other players coming around and smashing those castles down, like big groups of players, like 100 on 100 or 200 on 200 player battles. Big, like Braveheart, the big
Yes.
smashing battles. So
All right, so Todd, how and when did you start Artcraft Entertainment?
So I left about a year and a half ago. I left Kings Isle, and I took a couple months of just, kind of relaxing a little bit. Like I'd been going and going and going and going, producing MMOs, and so I needed a little time to take a little break. And I had gotten in the habit of getting together with industry people to have lunch once every couple months, and one of them was Gordon Walton, right? And Gordon is probably the most experienced producer of online games in the United States. He probably won't tell you that, but it's true.
Wow.
He was the producer of Ultima Online live service. He was producer of Star Wars Galaxies, The Sims Online, Star Wars: The Old Republic. Like he has the theoretical maximum number of years you can have producing these because he's been doing it since the beginning. And so I went out and I had it in my mind like that I was going to shock him with this news that I was leaving Kings Isle to start my own game company. And so I sat down for lunch and I was ready to rock out with it. And before I even had a chance, he said, "So I've decided I'm going to leave Disney. I'm going to start my own game company." And so I was like, "Oh man, he totally took my thunder." But we started talking about what we thought would be like where games should go, like the next step in online games, where they were going to be, and what would be a cool company to make, what kind of company we each wanted to make, and what kind of company we thought would be great for Austin. And very quickly, we came to this idea of, I'm a pretty experienced MMO director. You're obviously a very experienced producer, so maybe we should join forces and work together. And so that's how the two of us got together and started this whole idea.
Oh, wow.